Right now at 6, solving the affordable housing crisis. The city of La Crosse's next step could involve renovating a north side building. And a trip of a lifetime. The veterans on the most recent Freedom Honor flight say coming home to La Crosse was the best part.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozorowski. Amy is off. 3.5 million. That's how many renters the U.S. Census Bureau says are expected to be evicted in the next 2 months. On Tuesday, the city of La Crosse will hold a committee meeting about whether or not to purchase and renovate a north side building for affordable housing. News 8 Now's Rob Romano has the details this evening. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Ken. Tomorrow, the City of La Crosse's Community Development Committee will discuss the possibility of spending over $2.6 million of American Rescue Plan funds to purchase and update a building for affordable housing. The city says the project is not meant for the homeless. The property at 811 Monitor Street could soon be the home of more than 30 affordable housing units, pending a city council vote next month.
We have a lack of affordable housing in the city of La Crosse, and I would say in general there's a lack of affordable housing available almost anywhere.
Mayor Mitch Reynolds supports the potential project. A city spokesperson says that if the project is approved, construction would begin in the spring.
Providing that gap funding in the form of a purchased building already, we make it easier for developers to get into this because they know that they will have a reasonable return on investment even if it is affordable housing.
The city says the building's purpose is not to house the unsheltered. Here is what Mayor Reynolds had to say about the issue of homelessness in part.
There's been a lot of work that's been done in this community over many, many years, and you know, in truth, we haven't made a ton of progress over many years and have started to see some progress just recently, and I credit frankly, the city's leadership role in this.
The city is still trying to figure out what to do with the population at Huska Park before October 31st when it closes. Brian Sampson, the city's homeless services coordinator, says local organizations are trying to help on a person-by-person basis.
The service providers in our community have done a wonderful job of partnering with people who are staying down there and trying to find unique solutions to each person's situation. If you've met one person experiencing homelessness, then you've met one person experiencing homelessness, and we really need to find all of those unique solutions.
Again, the possible building renovation at 811 Monitor Street is not meant to be for the city's homeless population. The city is still trying to figure out what to do with people living at Huska Park. Ken, back to you.
That October 31st deadline's coming up. Thanks, Rob. At least 140 people are living unsheltered in the city of La Crosse. In the meantime, the mayor says he will not veto the city's new conversion therapy ban. Conversion therapy is a controversial practice of changing a person's sexuality or gender identity. Last week, the City Council voted to approve an amended version of the ban. It only applies to state or federally licensed medical or mental health professionals practicing the therapy on anyone under 18. The Save Your Rights Coalition of La Crosse sent a letter to the mayor warning the city will face a lawsuit if he does not veto it. The mayor plans to sign it. Once that happens and it's published, the ban will be enforceable. Let's switch it up, send it over to Eric Dean for a quick look at your forecast.
Wow, good evening, Ken. Good evening, everybody. It was gorgeous today. We had temperatures in the 70s, some places upper 70s, some places in the 60s, depending on your location. Made it to 74 in La Crosse as well as Eau Claire. 73 was the high in Winona, 71 in Preston. You go to Minneapolis, they were at 77. Rochester made it to 71. 10 cooler in Volkfield. Look at the high in over towards the Dells. 56 degrees. That was their high. That's where they are right now. 63 is the current temperature in Volkfield, 68 in Sparta, 73 in La Crosse as well as Eau Claire. Winona, good evening to you guys. You're at 72 degrees. Radar scan right now, portions of Juneau and Adams County seeing a little bit of rain, but other than that, a clean sweep across the area, and this will get a break as we go into the next couple of days as high pressure is in control. But Ken, coming up in the first alert forecast, we do have rain chances in the forecast. Some of those will be in the overnight hours. Some of those will be in the early morning hours. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Eric.
You bet.
The Onalaska School District has launched a new website for parents and faculty to view referendum information. The website contains up-to-date info on the needs of the district's facilities and operations. The district will also host community engagement sessions at the Onalaska middle and high schools. We'll post more information or info about those meetings on news8000.com. Democratic Governor Tony Evers and Republican challenger Tim Michels have agreed to debate just one time. It'll take place on October 14th and be broadcast statewide. The Wisconsin Broadcasters Association is hosting that debate. News 8 Now's Amy DuPont will be one of the panelists. Wisconsin 3rd Congressional District candidate Brad Pfaff is challenging his opponent to a debate. The Democrat made the challenge in front of the La Crosse County Courthouse today, calling on Republican Derek Van Orden to join him for a debate in La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Stevens Point. Pfaff says it's important for district voters to hold candidates accountable by hearing how candidates will address certain issues like lowering costs for families, helping farmers, and addressing reproductive health.
And I think it's long past time that the voters of this district hear directly, and the media in this district hear directly from Derek Van Orden, where he stands on these issues and many other issues that impact the day-to-day lives of people in this district, and move away from the ideology and the partisan talking points that he and his team receive from the National Committee.
Van Orden's campaign manager tells News 8 Now they hadn't heard anything from Pfaff's campaign. Van Orden released an official statement as well, saying Pfaff's campaign is floundering and that he will gladly put his 26 years of Navy SEAL service against Pfaff's 26 years of, quote, pursuit of personal political power. Prices at the pump continue to fall. The national average is now $3.72 a gallon. Prices in Wisconsin are lower. Badger State is one of 18 states where the price has fallen below $3.49.
That means Wisconsin families with 2 cars are saving on average $140 a month. And again, that's important. That's important breathing room. And the president is committed to continue to deliver for the people of Wisconsin.
Over the past 90 days, prices have declined $1.30 a gallon. The White House says that's the fastest drop in over a decade. A La Crosse Oktoberfest tradition will return to inspire ladies and gents. The Oktoberfest Ladies' Day Luncheon is the annual finale for Oktoberfest and invites women and men to an afternoon of food and fun. Mrs. Oktoberfest from past years hosts this event. This year's luncheon will take place in the Waterfront's Cargill Room. Organizers say the event creates a sense of community.
This event, I've been going for many, many years, and it's just fun. You walk away and you just feel inspired and happy.
This year's guest speaker is Misty Lown, owner of Misty's Dance Unlimited. You can get tickets in advance on the Oktoberfest website or by calling the festival office. We'll post that info on news8000.com. Up next, the gift of gratitude. Only on News 8 Now, we travel with La Crosse area veterans to see the memorials that were built in their honor. Plus, take a look at this. A Wisconsin city is putting its plows to use well ahead of the first snowfall.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Why roll the dice with an unproven contractor? With over 27,000 projects completed, your home improvement company has a proven track record. So be confident that your project will be done right the first time. For the month of September, we are offering 10% off windows, roofing, and bathrooms. So call or go online to book your free estimate and take advantage of our rock bottom interest rates as low as 2.99% or financing for 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2024. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Professor Penny.
I need to take a 4-cheese quesadilla back to my lab.
I got you, girl.
It is mathematically impossible to fit 4 cheeses inside. Better get 2 for research purposes.
The new 4-cheese quesadilla at Taco John's.
There's power in the simplest of actions. Like one neighbor helping another. Where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to your electric cooperative. And we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
The Socialist Squad led the charge to defund the police and eliminate bail for dangerous felons. Now violent crime is surging in Wisconsin.
More people have been killed in Milwaukee this year than in any previous year.
Mandela Barnes attacked the Kenosha police and incited more violence.
The officer's deadly actions attempted to take a person's life in broad daylight. This felt like some sort of vendetta.
Mandela Barnes, dangerously liberal on crime.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
99 veterans from the area got the chance to fly to Washington, D.C. to view the memorials built in their honor. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen was the only reporter invited to join the vets and their guardians on the Freedom Honor Flight. She joins us live in studio with their story.
Ken, for most of these Vietnam veterans, their service was not acknowledged when they returned home. And for the women, the battle both in and out of the war was isolating. The Freedom Honor Flight gave these men and women a chance to be recognized. A cold fall morning couldn't contain the excitement of veterans preparing to take the trip of a lifetime.
I think it's very meaningful to this group especially.
The 27th Freedom Honor Flight gave this group of 99 a chance to be welcomed home, some for the first time.
Excited and emotional.
An overdue welcome, something Vietnam veterans Alice Holstein and Kathy Nelson know too well.
When I came home, I didn't even want to wear my uniform or even admit that I'd been in the service.
Both women remember parts of their service and the time after as lonely. 99 veterans were greeted with a celebration when they touched down in the nation's capital. A chance to tour the monuments that honor their service and the service of those before them.
My father was in an engineer battalion.
For Alice, it brought back memories.
Before I came as a tourist.
And pride.
Now I come as a member of something much larger than myself.
At the Vietnam Wall, families came together to see names etched from the past.
We'll never see anything like this again, you know.
And for the two women on the trip, a chance to view a memorial dedicated to them.
It brings back memories of a hard time in my life, of sadness.
The Vietnam Women's Memorial.
There's beauty and grace and enormous sorrow. It justifies me that what I did was worth something. And so it means a lot.
The plane ride carried veterans home in more ways than one.
Now it's Holstein.
Each gifted with letters many should have received the first time they traveled home from war.
Paul Nelson.
When the plane touched down back in La Crosse,
people stop you and say thank you for your service. That means so much.
The veterans finally received what they earned.
It's a day that I will remember for the rest of my life as a high point.
Kathy and Alice, first united in service.
Beyond words.
Now bonded with a welcome home. So 93 of those veterans served in the Vietnam War and 6 served in the Korean War. Kathy and Alice were the only 2 female vets on the flight. Ken.
Wow, thanks so much, Emily. Great story, very well done. Veterans on the Freedom Honor Flight don't pay a dime. Organizers and volunteers raise money year-round to take them on that trip. If you would like to help, we'll post that information at news8000.com. Switching gears, the potential Wisconsin nursing strike is over. Governor Tony Evers and UW health leaders announced today they have reached an agreement with the Service Employees International Union. The workers' stoppage was supposed to start today. Governor Evers says it was important to come to an agreement both parties were happy with in order to strengthen the connection between workers and management. He also said it was important for both sides to meet in person so everyone could express their ideas and opinions. Still to come, stranded. A group of Wisconsin kids have quite a story to tell after their school bus nearly floats away.
And in the rotor weather, we had a gorgeous day across the Coulee region. Some places seeing temperatures in the 60s. Now we're talking rain chances. I'll tell you when coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning has been providing year-round comfort to thousands of area homes for over 80 years.
But to us, it's more than just heating and cooling. It's about making sure our customer is comfortable every step of the way.
From the people that answer the phones to the technicians that come to your door.
you can trust that we'll get the job done right the first time.
That's our goal, whether it's a new installation or a service call, is to make sure you're comfortable.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
He wants to be a firefighter, a doctor, a teacher, and he wants to be their governor. But Tim Michaels said funding public schools is the definition of insanity.
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'd drain millions from public schools to help fund private schools in Milwaukee, and even consider ending the Department of Public Instruction. Tim Michaels wants to be governor for 4 long years. But what matters more to you, his future or theirs?
Waiting for a great deal on furniture? Well, this is it. Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. And shop the deals that are up to 50% off. Mattresses too, with some up to 50% off. Don't forget, mattress shopping is uncomplicated and fast, only at Slumberland. Come see how. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
You may have heard the saying, turn around, don't drown. This is why. A bus of middle school students got a bit of a scare. Their bus got stuck in some high water and almost rolled over. Now, the school says all the students and the driver were safely escorted off the bus. They just got a little wet. And take a look at this. The Wisconsin DOT used snow plows to clear I-94 this morning. As you can see, there wasn't any snow on the roads. The plows were pushing rainwater off the interstate to clear the way for drivers. And I don't know if maybe some of you were watching the Bears game in Chicago. I mean, just a deluge of water in southeast Wisconsin, northeastern Illinois, Eric. It looks like we kind of missed the worst of it. Southeast Wisconsin and Chicago area got hit pretty hard.
Very hard. Matter of fact, yesterday when I was driving through Chicago, it was just blinding. So take a look here at the month so far. For those of you keeping notes, or in case this is a homework assignment for you, take a look at the temperatures starting on the 1st of the month. We were at 88, hovering right around normal for the first couple of days, hovered right at normal for the 3rd at 80 degrees. Then we had that front push through last week. We had temperatures in the mid-70s, went up to 87 for Wednesday, and then we had that front push through again this weekend where we had highs in the low to mid 60s for Saturday and Sunday. Today we made it to 74 degrees, and in terms of precipitation, only 3 days. Look at this, 1/4 of an inch on the 2nd, 87/100ths of an inch on the 10th, 300ths of an inch earlier today. So with that being said, we do have rain chances in the forecast. We've had abundant sunshine the past several days as well. Long Ranger, there you go. The next 6 to 10 days, above normal temperatures for the next 6 to 10. In terms of precip, we're staying above normal. And then we go into the 8 to 14, above normal temperatures, and that for the trend there. But in terms of precipitation, we're going to hover near normal. Outside right now, look at that. Gorgeous sunset out there. Temperatures right now in the 70s. We're at 73 degrees at the airport, 73 at the TV station. Humidity is sitting at 46%. We have winds out of the north-northwest at 10 miles per hour. Made it to 74 today after a morning start of the double nickel. 65 degrees, 77, 56 is where you should be for this time of year. 92 was the record high set back in 1908. Go to 1955, that was the year we had the record low of 35 degrees, and we're sitting below normal in terms of precip for the month so far. If you have any evening plans, we'll see temperatures in the low to mid 60s between the 8 and 9 o'clock hour. By the time you join us at 10, we'll see a temperature of 59 degrees with a light northwesterly wind, and then mid to upper 50s again by the 11 o'clock hour. Radar scan right now across the Cooley region. We have a clean sweep across the majority of the area. I had some precip being picked up across portions of Juneau and Adams County, but that was really about it. Now, this is the system that Ken was talking about. This guy right here, this low pressure system, this is a slow mover, folks. And it's just going to sit here and spin over the next several hours as it pushes its way to the east. And you can see portions of Chicago will actually get on the back end of this as it pushes its way through. So if one round wasn't enough, they're going to see another round again. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures will be in the 40s from top to bottom, making for a nice fall-like evening. We'll see clear skies for the evening and overnight hours, abundant sunshine for your Tuesday, and then we'll do that all over again for Wednesday. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover out there, but that's really about it. Highs for tomorrow, there you go. Look at that, 70s and 80s. No matter where you are, abundant sunshine will be the rule. Definitely get out and enjoy it, because then the rain chances start to pick up again as we go into Thursday night, going into your Friday. Matter of fact, here you go, the balance of your 8-day. Starting with tomorrow, we'll see temperatures going into, come on, nope, that's Chick-fil-A forecast. Okay, I'll just tell you the 8-day. Let me just go ahead and we'll give you the Cliffs Notes version. Thursday night going into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, we have rain chances. We're going to cool off again a little bit as well. I'll try to get that 8-day. I'll go talk to the computer, see if we can get that up for the end of the newscast.
All right, thanks a lot, Eric. You bet. Coming up next in sports, a Big Ten West coach is out after just 3 games into the season. And it was a big week 1 for Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson. Hear from him on why the team has so much confidence after the win.
CityCam 8 is brought to you by The Board Store. Ever wonder what a bath remodel would do for your soul? Rejoice! The Board Store can help you find that joy with a new tub or shower or a complete bath remodel. Call or visit today.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee Midwest Pork Chops, only 77 cents each. And Hy-Vee canned green beans or corn, 3 for only $1. Tuesday only. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Sometimes life can get pretty busy in an active household. So that's why Menards makes things just a little bit easier for you. Start a door design and choose a style that's right for you and everything else you look for in a quality door. Mastercraft offers fast, free delivery on personalized doors to any Menards store. Use our door designer on Menards.com to get your door your way. Mastercraft doors, 11% off at Menards.
Schools forced to close, falling academic standards, parents told they don't have a say, transgender videos for kindergartners, and books that shame kids just for being white. That's Tony Evers' record on Wisconsin public schools.
As a mom, I have every right to know what my kids are being taught in class. Our schools should teach reading, writing, and math, not crazy liberal ideas.
Tony Evers, wrong for our kids, wrong for Wisconsin.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, Hy-Vee Deli shaved ham, only $2.99 a pound. And 8 packs of bubbly, only $2.99. Tuesday only. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
We're Cade today. Rob is out, but in case you missed it, yesterday was the start of the NFL season, and the Minnesota Vikings got a big win over the Packers, 23-7. I wouldn't hit the panic button on the Packers, as they also had an extremely slow start to last season as well, and everything turned out fine. For the Vikings, they showed they could be a legitimate contender in the NFC. On paper, the Vikings offense has a lot of playmakers, and with the new coach and Kevin O'Connell, they have the chance to light up a lot of defenses throughout the season, and it showed yesterday when Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson hooked up 9 times for 184 yards and 2 touchdowns. A new coach and a new offense that's giving everyone a boost.
I feel like we're more confident in this offense. Confident to give the ball to whoever on the field. And I mean, it's crazy that we have this type of receiver core and running back room. And I mean, it's a lot. There's a lot out there.
Now for the Vikings defense, it was a big day for Zadarius Smith. The former Packer was a spark plug for his team, and the energy showed. Smith sacked Rodgers once and even had a little run-in with him when Rodgers tried to block him, but it's all fun and games for the former teammates.
You know what? I was telling him he's not a blocker. Be a quarterback. That's what you want. He tried to block me. I think it was a reverse. Yeah, on the reverse, man, and I got a good chance to get a lick on him. But it's all good, man. It's still football, and we're just having fun with it, man.
Well, next for the Vikings, they're traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles for Monday Night Football. And for the Packers, they'll be in Green Bay for their home opener against the Bears on Sunday Night Football. We'll have more Week 2 coverage later this week. And some big news out of the Big Ten. Over the weekend, Nebraska fired head coach Scott Frost following a loss to Georgia Southern. This comes after just 3 games into his 5th year with the program. Now, Frost has never won more than 5 games in a single season, compiling a 16-31 record in 4+ campaigns. The university will pay Frost $15 million to buy out his contract. The Wisconsin Badgers are set to face Nebraska later this season on November 19th. Now, speaking of the Badgers, they're preparing for their 3rd straight home game as they're set to face off against New Mexico State on Saturday afternoon. It's another game the Badgers are favored in, as New Mexico State's offense is second to last in yards per game. The only team worse than them, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I'm out of here.
The saying goes, defense wins championships. I think that's changed a little bit in today's game. They need a little bit of offense throughout. And no matter the level.
I think so, but it feels like Spencer Petras, your Iowa quarterback, he's got the job locked up no matter what he does.
Who knows what that coaching. He's on the depth chart as the starter for this week. I don't know. I gave up.
Quick note on Scott Frost: if they had fired him a couple of weeks later, that buyout would have been decreased by like $10 million.
That's crazy. Well, hopefully,
good stuff.
Hopefully Nebraska gets better. That's all we have for sports, and we'll be right back.
Connect with us on Twitter at News 8 News. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Did you know Tim Michaels pledged to cut millions from public schools and give it to private schools instead? His plan would increase property taxes by $500 million. Tim Michaels is too radical and too divisive.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Badger 5 Double Jackpot Days. If a jackpot is won, there's a 1 in 2 chance that it doubles. This offer is included with every Badger 5 purchase, only in September. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
Bright Star gives me a fulfilling feeling that I can give these clients the one-on-one care in order to keep them in their home. I definitely would recommend Bright Star for anyone, even if you're not a CNA, just to come in and, especially if you're interested in the healthcare field, and have a willing heart and a giving heart, come in and you'll find that you really enjoy these clients. You just get to know them.
Did you know Tim Michaels pledged to cut millions from public schools?
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'll drain classrooms and gut school funding. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
Well, I got the old computer fixer from the engineering department. There's your 8-day. You see that rain chance in the forecast this weekend. There's that computer fixer right there.
Thanks for watching tonight at 6.